this guy's nothing. I'm just gonna poof, one-shots me. So Kevin, what have you been doing this whole last day?
Playing Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, we literally just pulled ourselves away from the computer
Yep.
to talk about it for a second, and then we're gonna go play it right after. Cause
Yep.
yeah, it's awesome.
It's
So what do you think it's so far?
It's engrossing.
It's extremely engrossing. What
like
you got?
they pulled it off.
They actually did.
I feel like they actually pulled it off. Like there was a number of things I was worried about. I mentioned before, like a video a while ago, that I was worried about like them actually making like a good engrossing like environment, because I feel like Dark Souls 2 really kind of shit the bed there. But yeah, Dark Souls 3, all the levels
they
in Awesome
crushed it.
are awesome.
And like the levels, some of them are fucking massive, dude. They're humongous.
Huge.
Yeah, which is really impressive. So we are gonna get into spoilers and things like that. Really, I just want to talk about the game. I don't think we're gonna get too deep with the lore or anything like that.
Yeah, too soon.
Yeah, it is too soon for really analyzing that. But yeah, so we are gonna do some spoilery stuff. I think a moment that really encapsulated it for me well, because I've never actually played a Dark Souls game at its launch.
Yep.
Was I was going down, so I beat the first boss. Fine, he's a total joke. You'll get through, no problem. And anyway, so I got to him, and I'm walking up this staircase, and I see all these blood stains, like 40 of them. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, bunch of chumps. They got nothing. I look up, and I see this guy off in the distance. He looks like a little wimp. He's got a little ponytail. I'm like, this guy's nothing. If you played the game so far, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm like, this guy's nothing. I'm just gonna poof, one-shots me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I showed him. I went up and I leveled up, and a couple hours later I came back and took his Uchi katana.
Yeah.
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 What about you?
For me, I'm not exactly sure when it was. It was decently early on, like I think a little bit after, like the just before the second boss, actually.
Okay.
And I was like trying to decide my gear, and I'm looking at like all the different options I have. I'm like, crap, the gear in this game's awesome.
It is awesome.
It's awesome. You get so many choices, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely feels like, you know, you can play it to the style you want. And man, I'm just so happy they brought back like the Demon Souls upgrading system.
The upgrading system is awesome. I'm really liking it so far.
Yeah.
I really, I like the stones. I like that, like my Uchi katana can be totally different from your Uchi katana.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. It's a
Yeah,
lot of fun. And you can make
super good.
one weapon totally different with like a, what's it called? An enhancement stone or something? Or...
There's a few different stones.
Yeah, refining,
So, like,
refining, that's it.
The refining stone makes them like a quality weapon, so there's
Yeah.
strength and dexterity. There's a sharp stone that makes them dexterity. There's a, I've created blunt stone, hard stone, something like that makes it a
Yeah.
strength weapon. Like,
Heavy stone.
Heavy stone. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you get to pick like which way you want it to go. And
It's
then-
awesome to help with scaling, and then yeah, you can do raw like you always could,
Yeah.
and you can do some pretty funky little gems that I'm noticing. So
Yeah.
for status, you can do a poison weapon, you can do a
Yeah,
fire weapon.
so there's like
what else we got?
poison, dark,
I got a crystal.
light, crystal, and
Something else, probably lightning. Maybe.
I'm sure
I mean,
lightning.
There's gold
Lightning's
powder
probably
in the games.
Well, I don't know. I've already seen the miracle one.
I feel like there's a frost. There's something to do. There must be,
Yeah, there probably is.
because frost is
Yeah.
in effect now.
So yeah, both raw and crystal are different in
Yeah.
this game than they were in Dark Souls 1 as well.
Yeah, they're totally different.
They're
And
kind of designed better now. It's awesome.
upgrading your Estus or your Pyromancy Flame is different this time around too.
Yeah,
It's not just based on souls.
yeah.
And I'll let it be known, I tried for a solid, probably like 8 minutes of trying to dupe. Couldn't dupe at all. Not, as far as I know, not
What were you
possible.
trying to do?
I was like, I just want to know.
Of course, I think.
I
so.
want to know.
Yeah.
So I wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's really, really, really awesome. Like all the items, all the gear,
Yeah.
all the weapon, and it's set in this amazing kind of setting. The boss fights so far have been great.
They've been awesome, but okay. So one thing, part of my problem with it, and maybe it's because I'm a little more experienced with the games. I don't particularly think I'm very good at them. I mean, if you've seen our Drunk Souls series, you'll know I'm terrible. I'm god awful at these games, but I'm sailing through this like, or it feels like it.
It's been pretty smooth, but it hasn't felt easy.
It's not easy, but it's like it's not insanely hard.
Yeah.
Like there was one guy where I was just like, I cannot get this, and then you're like, you said like the most basic thing to me that I was like, oh, and it's just all clicked. You're like, just circle strafe right, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Beat him right after that. So I was
Classic
like,
Soul
oh.
strat.
Yeah, exactly. For Watchers of the Abyss.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really. The thing is, there's a trade-off with like how hard it feels
Yeah.
and not. Because I also feel like you have less opportunity to make yourself overpowered early on in this game than you do in Dark Souls 1. And it's kind of hard to
Right.
judge now because I don't know exactly all the upgrades
I imagine
and
it's
stuff
gonna get
and
harder.
all the weapons and stuff. But like, yeah, I think it's really hard to get overpowered. Like, I don't know how far through the game we are. I think we're approaching halfway.
Yeah, it's funny
And-
actually. I'll just cut you off for a second.
Yeah.
We're playing separately, but we're both almost at exactly the same spot, and we realized we both started with the same class too.
Yeah.
He looks over, he's like, "You chose mercenary too? Fuck." Different
Yeah,
weapons at this point, so we're kind of diverging, and we have some different items, but we're actually literally at the exact same spot. It's
Yeah.
kind of funny. Kind of funny. What were we saying? Sorry, I
I
cut you off.
don't
totally.
even remember now.
I'm a jerk. I'm a big meanie. I take people's thoughts.
So we're both about halfway now. But if we go,
I don't know if we're halfway.
well, we're approaching halfway. But if we go back to like the really early zones, we are not that dominant compared to
I feel super dominant.
being like a decent compared to Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
That's what I'm comparing it to though. Dark Souls 1, like once you're past like Quelaag and into like the 4 big bosses,
Yeah.
going back to the early zones, like nothing. You can tear through hollows.
Dude,
But
I
like
think it's your weapon, because I'm
Maybe.
with my Uchi, I'm literally one-shotting like all of those.
I'm one-shotting most of those guys, but if I get hit, like it's serious business. I can still get staggered.
yeah.
and a decent amount of damage comes off and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't sleep on any enemy in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
That's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah, I think part of that too might be. It seems like you can't upgrade gear.
You can't?
Your
I
armor
didn't try.
itself. Yeah.
Oh,
So I think that
Really?
might have something to do
Okay.
with it. It's kind of like fewer defensive options.
right. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, anyway, that's our thoughts on it. I'm gonna go play more Dark Souls.
Woo!